Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the July reading for 2016 for the sign of Taurus. So July 2016 for Taurus. In Portuguese we say Touro. The decks that I'm using is the Tarot Illuminati for the general reading, and for the oracle reading I'm going to use the Sacred Rebels Oracle. So the oracle card that came out for you was the Legacy of Light, number 7. Lucky number. This month it might not be all that lucky. Okay, number 7, Legacy of Light, and I'm going to read from the book a few words. So you are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birth right. Take the support from those who have come before you, your ancestral lines, not only in blood but also in spirit. The light is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. This oracle also says that you are in alignment with your sacred purpose, and you are healing, and there is a spiritual growth. And what else? The Legacy of Light, this card, asks you to call on the unconditionally loving support that exists for you every day. This light will offer you all matter of assistance. Also there are beings who want to help you. Okay, Taurus, even if you don't see them, even if you don't believe in it, they want to help you. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do, and they want to help us. They want to help you. And by doing that, they become also a part of the legacy of light, shining bright with love and helping to illuminate the world. So also this oracle is guiding you to something in your family history or spiritual ancestry, which is relevant to you now. So if you have any type of interest in certain traditions or in certain cultures, even if they have no connection with yours, if you are intrigued by them, understand that this is relevant for you at this time, and you should go on cultivating such interests. Finally, if you need to take a class, a course, in order to develop some creative part of you, or if you want to develop your own artistic interests in your own home, you are being told by this oracle that too is part of your path. You are encouraged to go on further. Also, you are acknowledged. You are also acknowledged through this oracle as having some special creative and healing offering to make to the world in this lifetime. You will leave a legacy of light for the greater good upon this planet. Okay? This isn't just for you, it's for others also, okay? So this is the oracle card that came out for you. The month of July for you, Taurus, it might not be all that great, like in practical terms, but in terms of spirituality, I think you recognize for the first time, maybe not the first time, but if you're here seeing this video, maybe this message is for you. You recognize that there's something bigger, and maybe you are a very, how do I say, rational soul. And according to this reading, a rational being, a rational person, a logical person, like a skeptic, but you have developed yourself in a spiritual way, and that spiritual development kind of clashes with your mind, because your mind is telling you one thing and your heart and your spirit is telling you something completely different. That's what I'm getting generally from the reading. The significator came out as the Five of Pentacles. You feel isolated, you feel alone, maybe you might have no money, you feel like you have no friends, nobody loves you, this is how you feel. In the position of that which is not yet seen, you have the Two of Cups. Even if you don't see it, you will have emotional support from someone. This could be a soulmate coming in, but not necessarily. It could be romantic love, but I do not read it that way. It could be for some, there's some sort of conflict that is connected with part of your romantic life. But I don't read it that way. I just read it in a more spiritual way. So this person who offers you emotional support might be a friend, not exactly a romantic interest, or might be someone who is a soulmate for you during this time when you need emotional support. So you might feel alone, but you won't be alone for long. You might have the help that you need, that you require. The card that came out for the foundation or the root for the month of July, Taurus, of 2016, is the Queen of Swords. So this is why I think there are other cards here. You have 4 major arcana cards for the month of July 2016, Taurus. So it might be a very big month for you, for some of you, not all of you. Of course, this is a very general reading. The Queen of Swords, if this symbolizes, there's one major arcana that to me speaks of spiritual development, which is, I'll get to it, it's the Hermit. But the Queen of Swords, metaphorically, could mean the mind, and you have a very highly developed mind, and it really wants to lead everything, and you want to explain rationally and using your mind some sort of spiritual gift, the legacy of light, something which just kind of descended upon you, and you don't know how to explain this using your mind, and there's some sort of conflict with your heart and your spirit and your mind, which is really developed, which never failed you. This mind never failed you, and now it fails you, kind of, and you have like this inner conflict and you don't know how to deal with it. So it could be read like that. You're trying to make the mind direct everything, and this doesn't work, and there's a lot of conflict, and there's a lot of inner turmoil. Or it could be an actual person. Maybe there's some sort of separation that's ongoing, and the Queen of Swords might symbolize courthouses, lawyers, justice, stuff like that. You're someone with, or it could be your ex-wife or ex-husband, or future ex-wife or future ex-husband, and this person might really be is kind of out to get you, just want to take everything from you, and could be really verbally abusing also, and very there's no heart in her or him, because this is general, and just is out to get you, just kind of out of revenge. Also, you must understand that the outside turmoil, outside conflict you have with others just mirrors the inside turmoil you have with yourself inside. Because again, I go back to the idea that there's a spiritual development growth. There's a very intense spiritual growth that you don't know how to deal with it. And that causes lots and lots of strife and conflict inside of you, and that comes out in others. So that comes to you by the actions of others. Okay, if you kind of find a way to harmonize yourself, this conflict will not immediately, but it will slowly, disappear. So it might be someone, and you might have some sort of conflict with this person. You might during the whole month of July. In the position of the past, which influences the present, you have the Hermit. And the Hermit to me symbolizes, spiritual quest. This is a person, this is an old man, and this can carry on the feeling of loneliness. You were alone, but you didn't feel lonely. You did not feel alone in the past. You were busy with yourself. You were busy maybe with some, traditions, even some family history. You were studying something. And you never felt alone. You were developing yourself, or you're discovering your own spiritual growth, and you didn't feel you are alone, but you didn't feel alone. There's no loneliness. But this spiritual growth ended. It's done. It's kind of not done. It's never done. But this phase, I would say, this phase is complete, let's call it that way. And now you have to go back to the real world, and deal with, real problems and whatever. And you feel, and this is the time, this is the significator, you feel really alone. And there's no money, and there's an ex-wife or an ex-husband or a future ex-wife, and everyone is kind of out to get you. And this is how you feel. But this is like a mirror of how you feel inside, because the spiritual development and growth that you have you don't find a way to harmonize it with everyday life, and you want to direct your mind. You want to make this spiritual growth be directed by the mind, and it's not possible. In the position of that which you want, you have the Nine of Swords. You want to stop having headaches. If you see it, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. This is a woman. Oops. Yeah. And she has the hand on her head, like, oh, my head. Maybe you are having headaches because of all the stress, of all your inner stress, and you can't sleep at night, and you're having headaches, and there's lots and lots of conflict around you, and you want to end this. You want to stop worrying. You want to feel better. You want to sleep at night. You want to feel some sort of a harmony, because you're a Taurus, and Taurus just really like it to keep it cool. Like everything is fine. Everything is fine. You don't like to be involved in any type of fighting. You just avoid it. And when there's an ability when you can no longer avoid it, I mean, people should be afraid of Taurus. They can, when they start. So when they respond, it's almost impossible to stop them. So you avoid being you prefer to relax, okay? But there's some sort of strife going around in your life in July 2016. In the position of the near future, you have the Five of Wands. There's again conflict, open conflict with someone, and I would say maybe a woman, the Queen of Swords, from an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. In her or his, it could be a guy, late 30s or after the age of 40, very smart, no heart, like no emotions. And if he or she wants to, he or she will come out to get you. So there's like a conflict. But this could be also inner conflict, because, again, like I said before, of your spiritual development and the contrast your spiritual development offers to your rational mind, and you don't know how to harmonize it. So like you're feeling inside, you're fighting with yourself, with all different parts of yourself. The card which represents you, or how you feel about this situation, you have another major arcana card, the Lovers. To me, this could be love. Yes, for some it could be love. The strife, the quarreling could be love. Yes, but I'm not reading it like that. I will read this as a decision. you are forced, or you feel that you are forced to make a decision, and this is an impossible decision. This damn if you do, damn if you don't. In Portuguese we say, oh my god, I forgot. Preso por ter cão e preso por não ter. It's an expression. It means arrested for having a dog and arrested for not having a dog. You know, it could be translated into damn if you do, damned if you don't. So it's like a decision, and you are torn in that decision. And this decision could be, which do I pick? Do I pick the spirit, or do I pick what my rational mind is telling me? And this decision could be mirrored to you from outside, so it could be a real decision in real life, which is tearing you apart. And you have to decide. But whatever the decision is, you're going to be expelled out of heaven. You can see this angel here, and there's Eve, and then there's Adam, and they're about to be expelled by the angel from heathen. I'm sorry, heathen, not heaven. Yeah, from the Garden of Eden, if I'm not mistaken. I should know this better. Oh my God. They're going to be expelled because Eve was a bad girl. She was a bad girl. She ate the apple. Adam was a bit of a coward, you know. He just kind of... I don't think Adam had the courage to eat the apple, and he wanted to eat the apple, but Eve had the courage. And anyway, they both were equally punished. So it's that type of decision where you feel you're being thrown out of the Garden of Eden. It's like an impossible decision that you have to make, that you are being forced to make. And then in the environment or others, could be one or the other, the environment or people around you, or also the others, also how others see you. You have the strength card, number 8. It could be, for instance, the emotional help, the help that comes to you, and could be from a Leo sign. So a Leo comes to you and offers you emotional support in whatever this conflict and the difficulties in your life in July 2016. Or it could be that others see you as someone really courageous. You can also have some sort of Leo placements in your natal chart. They see you as extremely courageous and facing this situation, whatever it is. Like, oh, that guy or that woman, she's really strong. Oh, they see the courage in you and the inner strength, in the inner discipline. You kind of like maybe containing yourself. You're trying to contain yourself. That's why you're feeling so stressed. That's why there's the headaches. And then in the position of advice, fears, and dreams, you have the Justice card. So the advice might be try to be diplomatic. So if someone is being even verbally, if someone is attacking you, even verbally abusing you, like the Queen of Swords, you do not reply in the same way. That's why you're having headaches. That's why you're feeling stressed. And you have like lots and lots of self-containment and self-discipline to like contain the lion within yourself. Just contained, because you could do a lot of damage if you just let it go. If you just express yourself the way you feel. Oh my God, people don't know you. So the advice would be maintain, always be diplomatic. Whatever comes to you, whatever quarrel and conflict comes to you from others, just be as diplomatic as you can be. Or also try to harmonize yourself. Try to be serene and relaxed. Try to harmonize your emotions. Try to control your emotions. So meditate. It could be helpful. Another way of reading this, it could be that connecting with, the legacy of light. If you need help, if someone is attacking you and you feel it's unjust and unfair, go to the authorities and ask for help. It could be that, it could be that. So, and then finally the outcome card, the card that came out was the Five of Swords. This is like a conflict that there's no winner. You might lose some, but you won't lose everything. You might gain some, but you will not gain everything. They will not take everything from you. You will not get everything from them. This is a half victory and a half loss, not a total victory, not a total loss. So, it can also connect it with the Justice card. So, in more spiritual ways, you can say that whatever happens was meant to happen because it was karmic. I'm not saying that's the case. Okay, I'm just giving a possible interpretation. I don't know, but it could be that. Not necessarily. What I'm getting more for this is that try to be diplomatic and ask for help to the authorities if you feel that you should. And just this is not a total loss, okay? Concentrate yourself on that. This is not a total loss, okay? So this is just July, okay? This is just July. Things will be better, hopefully. Again, this is a very general reading. See your moon sign, your sun sign, any stellium that you might have. And if you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. That's it. Bye-bye.